Sup model pals, in this video I'm building Academy's 1/72nd scale F-16A. This is a pretty simplified kit, so I wanted to use it for a bit of practice and experimenting with putting an aircraft in flight on a stand, something I've not done before. Right out of the box you can see the decals leave a lot to be desired, and they're out of register, so I grabbed a set of old super scale decals that I had. They were a little bit yellowed, but I knew if I put them in the window for a few days they'd probably be usable. The simplified ejection seat is missing the back, so I grabbed some .020 styrene to cut out the shape and make my own back. Since I knew I'd be posing the aircraft in flight, I needed to paint up the pilot. I know I'm not a figure painter, this is not very good, nor is it probably accurate, but I just picked some colors that I thought would contrast well in the cockpit to make the pilot stand out a little bit. The fit on this kit is pretty mediocre. I don't know if this is a tooling that Academy purchased that's really old, or perhaps it's just something they've had in their repertoire for a long time. It's certainly not a bad kit by any means, but I wasn't going to spend a ton of time trying to fill every gap and seam and sand it all down. I did a little bit of work to try to make it look a little bit more presentable, but there's some parts that are just so egregious that I didn't really want to waste a lot of time. Again, like I said before, I'm just building this one for practice and for fun, so I wasn't really too worried about getting all the construction flaws corrected. This two-pronged front piece is kind of odd looking. I've never seen this on a real F-16 before, and at some point I broke off the tip of the longer end, so now they kind of match. I don't know when that happened, but oh well. The underside color is the only one that I actually had a correct match for. I didn't have correct matches for the top side, so I ended up using colors that I thought looked relatively close, although you'll see later that one of the colors has quite a bit more green in it than I was expecting, so it looks a little funky in the end, but that's okay. I was just kind of messing around. I wasn't really too worried about getting hyper accurate colors. Here you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This dark sea gray has a little bit of a greenish tint to it that I wasn't really expecting. So I think it's supposed to be a pretty neutral gray on the real F-16 here, but mine's got a little bit of a green flavor to it now. I don't think I was supposed to wrap this color all the way around the cockpit. I think I sort of misinterpreted the painting guidelines on the super scale decal sheet, but let me know in the comments if I screwed this up or if there are some F-16s that have the color wrap all the way around the back of the cockpit. I know I left at least one panel here unpainted that should probably be painted the same as the fuselage, but I want to leave myself enough room to play with my clear colors. I really think it's cool when all the professional modelers out there do this to their exhaust cans, so I want to try to mimic some of that and practice that technique. So again, not accurate, but this is all for fun. After a few days hung up in my window, exposed to some UV light, you can see that the decals are now far less yellow than they originally were. They are still pretty old though. I think these are at least 30 years old, so luckily most of the main markings held together, and I was able to get enough of the decals on to get the Vermont Air National Guard scheme the way that I thought was going to look okay. But a lot of the decals did break, so wasn't able to use all of them on the sheet. As you can see here, a lot of the decals that had mostly clear film sort of cracked and fell apart, but I did my best to try to get all the pieces lined up, and I don't think it's too noticeable in the end. For the fuselage of the aircraft, I wanted to try to highlight the very shallow panel lines as best I could, so I used some brown panel liner for that and then wiped away any excess with cotton buds and paper towels, trying to stick to the direction of airflow most of the time. For the exhaust, I switched to black panel liner because it'd be a lot dirtier back here from all the jet exhaust soot. Being that I did an Air National Guard scheme, I didn't want to load this thing up with all kinds of ordnance. I figure maybe it's just out on a simple patrol, but I did put the two sidewinders on the wingtips because I thought that would be good. With the model itself done, it was time to get it on a stand. I used a piece of 3/16 inch brass tubing cut with a razor blade, rolled back and forth as you can see here. Then I used a file to get rid of any burrs. I drilled a hole in the bottom of the aircraft at a little bit of an angle. I wanted the plane to kind of be up and banking to the side just a little bit to make it a little more interesting. I used super glue to attach the brass tubing inside of there. Then I drilled a hole into this wood coaster that I found at like a craft store. I filled that hole with white glue, PVA glue, and stuck the rod in to finish off the stand. I think it looks pretty cool.